Are you looking for that amazing deal in Rosenberg but haven't found it yet? This home right here is gonna be a great candidate. You've got to take a look at what this home here in Kingdom Heights has to offer. It's incredible the amount of space you're gonna get for this. Over 2,500 square feet for this deal. It's a steal. Don't let it pass up. We're gonna go take you through a tour of this so you can see what this home here in Rosenberg has to offer, and you're not gonna be disappointed. So we're here in Kingdom Heights. Before we go in, I want to take you through to take a look at some of just the surrounding of here. And what I love about this property is going to be all the mature trees you see right through here. These aren't trees that, just the, couple-year-old trees that you can see in some of the new built subdivisions. These are going to be mature, great shade trees for you to go take a look at. And you can just see how much shade they really give you. Right now, just so you know, this is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you know anything about this part of the state and the country, obviously we're getting a ton of sun. Yeah, that's our sign. But just, here now we're in the shade and you can see how great this is. Really gonna help when it comes down to saving on the electricity bill, keeping the sun out. Do see they went with a very basic landscape in here. They went with small rocks here. I love they actually got the big stones in here as well. Really gives it a big desert feel. That's my impression. I love what I've seen here. So they did a great job on this. Now this home is deceptively big. From the outside, you don't expect it to be as big as it is, but it is huge. Like I said, over 2,500 square feet. And right now at this price, it's under $330,000. That's incredible. So definitely a deal to come take a look at. I just love this crepe myrtle that we see here too. Just love those colors. So really just a great presence as you walk in. I can even see here, you're gonna see that looks like about a bump out. So you're gonna usually about 5 feet extra. So the 5 foot bump out on this. Let's go on, take a look at this amazing house. I also like that you have a lot of this is just all the frontage is going to be the brick. You do have the gutters already up there, so that's going to help push the water away from the house and the foundation. So it's extra cost that you're already saving here. I do like also the lamps that they have in front. So we went with more of a modern look. I like that black finish on that. Really nice. Come on and take a look. Now, as I mentioned, this is around 2,500 square feet. And one thing I've got to mention, so surprisingly, as soon as I walk in, the very first thing that sticks out to me is how cool this house feels. I checked the AC already. It's set at 77 degrees, but the inside of the house is actually, the thermostat's showing 74 degrees. So great on the insulation, and the AC is performing really well. Outside, it is about 94, 95 degrees is what my truck was saying. So gives you a little bit of an idea of that cost. Now, further in here, we do have a breakdown of some of the bills. So we'll go ahead and show you those in a minute. So as we come in, I do like how this house is broken out. You're gonna have the rooms that are gonna be off to the left-hand side. Right through here, we're gonna go through those. And then you get the rest of the living area out in this direction here. You do have a full upstairs area with a very large game room, so we're gonna go through that. But let's take a look at some of these bedrooms first. So immediately coming in, again, these rooms are great sizes as well. So that's something really nice to go and put in there. You got this cove out, which you definitely put some type of decor in here, where you go with some type of flowers or floral or anything in here, statue, you could easily do that here. Now, the other thing I noticed about here is you get all of this flooring in here. This is recently installed. It looks beautiful. What I really look at this is gonna be the grout lines and the color that they are. So you can tell it's really not had a lot of wear and tear on this. So they did a beautiful job on the selections here. The house was repainted. So you can see the size of this bedroom is really good here. And I love what they did here. We actually do this here so you can see just how big this exact room is and how you can actually fill this room with furniture and you get plenty of space still left. So you can see 2 nightstands here, and a twin size, full size bed right there. So great space on this. Huge window as well, so you're going to get plenty of natural light coming in the morning there, and then double doors on the closet. So fairly deep as well, fairly wide, so you can go and get a lot of your clothes in there. Now this is a 3-bedroom. The upstairs could easily be a 4th bedroom, so that is something to keep in mind. We'll go ahead and take a look up there and see what that has to offer. In between the 2 bedrooms downstairs, this is going to be the office. Now, again, this does meet all the requirements for it to be a bedroom, so you could easily turn this into a 4-bedroom, and meaning the house could be up to a 5th bedroom if needed here. But you see, they got the French doors right through here. You got another little easel, and then the other French door right through here. You can see how this is set up on this as a listing photo, but just how much space you're going to have. My name's Rivera, your Fort Bend County real estate expert. We're here in Rosenberg in Kingdom Heights at an amazing home right here. We're going to show you the rest of this video, but we've helped hundreds of people find their dream home, move into their new home, enjoy it for their family, for themselves. We've helped people sell their house so they can move on to their next step. We're here as a resource for you. We're providing you all the local information from Richmond, Rosenberg, Needville, Katy, Sugar Land, you name it. We're gonna be your #1 source for information about Fort Bend County. Stay to the end because we've got an amazing deal on this house and a lot of the others in the area. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and head over to would be the 3rd bedroom as of right now. Now, all these this is still on the 1st floor. You only have 1 room upstairs, which is a game room. All right, so now we're gonna go and take a look at the 3rd bedroom here. Before we get there, you can see this is the bedroom that is gonna be, this is the bathroom that's gonna be available to all of the bedrooms here, as well as your guests. So that do keep that in mind. This is gonna be set up there. And then this is gonna be the 3rd bedroom here. So really nice size. I really love, again, the flooring that extends all the way throughout here. Get a chance to take a look and see how this is set up. Even a little area for a desk, which is great to see the great use of space in here. Taking a look at a closet. Again, you can see that again. You get a nice and wide closet, plenty of space for clothes, for storage. Now we're gonna go take a look at the living room. This really opens up, and I just love the open concept of here and the decor that they've done. But let me tell you a little bit about Kingdom Heights. Kingdom Heights is still a growing subdivision, but it's just right across the river from Rosenberg. So you're very, very close access to downtown Rosenberg. As a matter of fact, I just got finished having lunch at one of the restaurants there, the Old Railroad Cafe, and it's absolutely amazing. So if you're in the area, go try that. But there's really a great lifestyle coming out to this part. Now, as someone who's lived here for a long, long time, I can tell you we're seeing some great improvements, changing things here in this part of Rosenberg. We're starting to see the construction right around the 723 area. That's all coming into play now, where they're lifting up the road. Now, there always is a concern about flooding in this area here. I can tell you during Harvey, there was no flooding. There is a levee around this section of Kingdom Heights, which kept the water out. So great things to know about that area. You also see this is a great quick access into Katy. So just right up 723, and in a few minutes you can be there. You also quick access to the West Park. So if you want to get to Fulshire, you're just a few minutes away as well. Super convenient for anybody who needs to get up to the West Park, Katy, Rosenberg, or even Highway 59, because you just go down 36 and you're on Highway 59. So now as we come into the living room area, you can see, as I mentioned, this is the open floor plan. I really like the natural light that's coming in here. Actually, it looks like the sun just went below the clouds. So, it is a little bit on the darker side right now, but just even a few minutes ago, we had plenty of light coming in. I love the decor that they did here as well. So you do have the fireplace. It is gas log, but from here you've got all the stacked stone right here, all the way up to the ceiling. So really takes a nice little detail right there. Even this beam here, beautiful on the beam. So really setting it up to be a nice, relaxing living room area. Now again, as we know, there's so much stuff that happens here in the kitchen. And so having these areas there is super perfect and convenient for the family. Now you do have a perfect area here for your breakfast bar. If you want to put it about, you could really fit 4, maybe if they're small stools, 5, but you could do about 3 to 4 stools comfortably. Now from a different angle, you can see obviously just how much this area opens up. Really great setup here. Here's the other thing, let me go and show you. As I told you earlier, right now it's set, here's the thermostat. Set to 77, it's actually 74 degrees here inside the house. I know that glare is kind of messing up there, but really great feeling for you. That's gonna help keep your bills down. We do have the 3 windows here, which allows a ton of natural light to come in. And just in this mock-up, you can see how this is set up. They're really beautiful combination of everything. I love the coloration there. This is another example of what you could do for this home. Now, as we come across, this is again the kitchen where we are at. Now, this is going to be a great little dining area right there. So it's far enough away from the kitchen that you're not going to be bumping into it if you're going to be cooking, plating things. You can still put a good sized table right there. Now, I don't know if you can see the glance out here, but that is open. There are no back neighbors, so you do have a really good green space right behind you. So we'll go out there and take a look at that in just a little bit. Now, as we take a look, you can see this is the darker granite countertops, and then of course you've got the cherry wood stain here on the cabinets all around. You do get the hardware in this as well, so really nice. You already got this installed, plenty of space up there for you. And that's one of the great parts about this house is you get plenty of storage all around. Even the island has some cabinets around there for you. Now you do get also this, you are going to have a gas burning range right here. And of course you got a beautiful backsplash on this throughout. So I love the openness of this. This is really important as you look through everything of the house, because again, as I mentioned, everybody communes around the kitchen whenever there's a good meal being cooked, and you have the openness so you can still have that conversation from the kitchen to the living room. So perfect area right there. Now, I love the marketing here that was done. We have over $56,000 worth of updates that have been done here. So we do have this all on the listing information here. But even here, I'm seeing most of the electricity bills. You kind of come in there, you can see $50, $37, $71. So a lot of great stuff happening there. So if you're going to be very energy conscious, this is a great house to take a look at. All right, let's go just do a quick little pop out to the backyard. Now, this is one of the great areas that I love about this, because you can come out here, you can really sit out on the backyard and enjoy this. Even have a beautiful area of flowers here. So if you like the nature side, you want to go see like the butterflies, the hummingbirds, all that's already set up here. Looks like we got some lantana that's been planted. And ask me why I know that, because my wife loves it. So we're going to go show that to you as well. So this is the backyard. Again, you can see how they extended some of the different features out here. So you do have some landscaping. This is really going to help when it comes down to maintaining the yard as well. It makes it a little bit easier to go ahead and maintain. And you see that they have put in this extension of the concrete. So if you wanted, you could easily go ahead and extend this over here, even set up as a pergola. Perfect place for a barbecue as well. So different things there to take a look at. So we do have these flowers right here in this area. This is what I mentioned for you. This is going to bring a lot of the different butterflies and hummingbirds, even the bumblebee over there I can see. So a lot of people love this for just the relaxation and the tranquility of being there. And of course, we even have this as well. So really beautiful setup here. I love what they did here on the outside. And again, just really makes it a nice, tranquil, and relaxing area. There you can see there is, no back neighbors there. So really nice, calm, and peaceful. We're gonna go and take a look at the master because again, another great space there. And we're gonna go ahead and give you a tour of that, the master, and then we're gonna be heading upstairs. All right, so now we're walking into the master. Before you get there, you are gonna see this is gonna be your laundry room right here. So it makes it nice and convenient. So as you go ahead and wash your laundry, you can easily just run it right over here to the master bedroom. And you've got a great natural light coming in here right now. You've got the 2 windows here, which makes this the natural spot for your bed here, just like the rendition right here. So you're gonna have this, and again, this is perfect if you throw a rug down here. You're gonna have your king size bed. You still have plenty of space for a dresser to come on in here. You do have the French door entry to the bathroom. I like how they did this also at the angle. So you can see the angles right there going into the master bathroom. You do have a separate bathtub and shower, which is nice because some people want the shower, some people want the bathtub. Here you're gonna be able to have both, which is really, really nice setup there. Really nice, large and deep closet, so you can see right through here. Plenty of hanging racks for you, plenty of space and storage right through this area. And of course, we're gonna have the double vanity. And again, just a great space. You have enough room here for all of your belongings. You're not gonna be fighting over any of that space. And again, as we get to the bathtub, we've got some flowers here, but you can easily throw some bath salts, candles, glass of wine, and you can have all that ready to go. So now we're gonna go take a look at the upstairs game room. This is a huge game room. And I love, every time I look at this game room, I remember that scene in Step Brothers where Will Ferrell's talking about how much space they have because they built the bunk beds and now they can go ahead and do aerobics, right? We're gonna go take a look at how large this is because it is incredible. So as we come up here, a couple things more to share about Kingdom Heights. A great area, like as I mentioned, this is Zone 2 Foster High School. So it is definitely one of those more desired high schools here in the Lamar Consolidated School District. And you see here just how large this room is. Now, when I mentioned, and this could literally be an entire apartment, like the size of a small apartment there. You can put easily a bed here, a pool table, foosball table, air hockey, you name it. Here's how the picture's really drawn up, but you see how much space there is to do up here, right? Now, again, let's say there's a boxing match, UFC match, something going on. This is the perfect location, the perfect wall, either this wall or the opposite wall here to go and have your TV set up. If you wanted, you could even do a projector on this, but I definitely think you'd want to go and just go with a large 85-inch TV would be perfect on this wall here. And as we take a look at, now you can get a better look even too let me adjust some of these. So you can see where we talk about having no back neighbors and just a great area green spot back here. I also mentioned that this could be its bedroom in itself. You might need to make a little bit of modifications. You could easily just throw a door up right here for privacy and close that off. There's something that's going to be super inexpensive to do, but you do have a closet right here. That is the front of the house, give you a little bit of an orientation to where we're sitting at. This is on the right-hand side of the house. And then we do have a bathroom or a half bath up here. So this is perfect if you've got guests that are going to be up here. They can come down here, use this area. And if you really wanted to, you could, there's enough space in here where you could turn this into a full-blown bathroom. So great space on the game room, absolutely spectacular, ready to go for the next sporting event that you got coming up. Basketball season is coming up soon, football season, all those right now is a perfect time to get in that. So let's talk about some of the great things that are happening here in Rosenberg. We've started seeing the community really expand. There's more construction that's been coming out here. There's more commercial that's being announced. We're starting to see more and more subdivisions that are being built right here off of 723. So once we know that those homes are starting to go in, you're going to start seeing all that commercial development coming out here. You're talking about restaurants, we're talking about dining, shopping, all that's going to be super close by. And then not to mention, Rosenberg is also going to be just super close. Just go, it's probably about 1.5 miles to 2 miles at the most, and you're going to have some great dining options as well. One of the great barbecue places that's just a staple here in Rosenberg is Schultz Barbecue. Got to go out, take a look at that. But as I mentioned, Old Railroad Cafe in downtown Rosenberg. So many other places out there are amazing. Also go out to the Railroad Museum. That's a really cool part of Rosenberg's history. Rosenberg was actually founded because Richmond did not want the railroads going through it. So Rosenberg was built just 3 miles to the west, and here we are. So many great things happening right here in Rosenberg and the Kingdom Heights. You've got to take a look at this. We do have a Rosenberg buyer's guide talking about all the wonderful attractions here in Rosenberg. Make sure you go ahead and click the link in the description to go ahead and get your own Rosenberg buyer's guide to know all the things happening here in the area. And if you want any more information about Fort Bend County real estate, let us know. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Share this with someone you know looking in the area. We'd love to help them out as well. Hey everybody, thanks for coming, and we'll see you on the next one.